Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I
Hi,
just
Dr. Rupa.
yeah, just a moment. I want to yeah. You maybe can you see me?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm good. Did you find entering? You couldn't enter no earlier.
Yes, I did. There was some issue, I think, because the ID, the email address, I think my address was not even able to be accepted. So the access wasn't coming through. But I did get through.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's a great platform that you've created because it's a great opportunity for, I think, for all kinds of people in the plant-based community to interact, meet and connect. So I'm really looking forward to this 3 day of experience.
Yes. And also the speakers whom we have lined up are all very fantastic. Each of them are very
Yeah,
special. So it'll be wonderful to get
true.
going with it.
And some of them are actually part of my podcast, so it was really great to and some of them I worked with actually, so it was great seeing their names on your list. And I would just like to know a little about you so that I can then talk about my podcast and see if I can collaborate with you to get you on board in my podcast episode.
Sure. So I'm basically an allopathic doctor, and
Okay.
but for 37 years I've been making remedies from flowers.
Wow.
And we make me and my husband. He's an also allopathic doctor, but we believe
Okay.
in integrated approach. That means best of
Okay.
everything. We
Okay.
are not against any. We just want to take all the systems together and take the best of everything.
Okay.
So we call it as a holistic approach or integrated approach where mind, emotions, and body are all healed together.
Okay.
Yeah. So we do not see disease as a separate entity altogether. We see it always a person with a disease, with his mind and emotions, his environment, his lifestyle, his relationship, everything is connected to his health. And so we pay attention
Okay.
to this holistic picture.
All right. So I'll give you a little picture about my podcast so that you'll get a little more detail into what I do and how we can connect in case things work out. So I have been plant-based or vegan for the past 6 years, and I initially it started with loving my dog and then loving the stray animals, and then eventually I started thinking and it started becoming part of my life. And eventually the kind of companies I was working with, the food I was eating, what I was wearing, what I was buying, it all made sense and it all came together. And COVID gave me a great opportunity to really take my podcast forward. And what I was just thinking of, I did it during COVID-19, and I established something called It's Critical. So it's critical because when we there are things that are taboo in the society which we don't talk about, like especially in a country like ours, whether it's mental health or whether it's physical health, domestic violence, and parts of animal welfare and climate change. So I tried mixing health, food, and climate change together, and I came up with It's Critical. The second spin came from my name. So it's Kritikal, which spells out like my name does. And I have hosted about 10 guests so far, and I have 20 episodes in line, which have all been recorded, and I'm publishing it one week after the other. And the first season is all about food and health. So, right now, I have an episode out on meat and its impact. I have one episode out on, dairy and its impact. one out on a non-vegan family who have just transitioned into veganism and how they are seeing changes in their health. I have one episode with Nandita Sharan, eventually, which will talk about health, and then I had a recent episode with Good Milk's R&D head Spurti Ravi, and before that there was Roshni Sangvi, who's also a part of your expo. So the episodes eventually will dig deeper into food, and then in the end talk about animals in the food spectrum taking the toll into the environment area. So that's the journey of the podcast. And I would love to see if you would be interested in, joining in and being a part of the podcast.
Absolutely, because I practice what is called as ethical medicine. The vegan remedies that I make are, 100% cruelty free. So even
Okay.
in healing a human being, we follow the rules of veganism.
Wow. Because a lot of times I think that can be a great addition, because a lot of times what we do is we, as vegans, we feel, oh yes, we have transitioned into a lot of fields, but what about medicines? We don't really have vegan and cruelty free medicines to consume. So that can be a great addition to the podcast. So
Absolutely. No
maybe I can
animal, no animal should be sacrificed for our well-being.
Definitely. So I think, ma'am, I would like to take a little bit of more detail from you. If you can send me a little bit on your profile and your bio, I can come up with some questions and I'll share it with you. And then we can schedule a date to record and take it forward.
Sure, sure. Most wonderful. Do you mind if I have recorded this interview to publish it on the platform? Because I want people to see that how
No,
video networking happens on the platform.
definitely that won't be an issue. And
Thank you
it'll
very much.
eventually help me spread the word for my podcast. So it's
Absolutely.
great.
Okay, Kritika.
Yeah.
Welcome and have a great fun at the expo.
Thank you so much. Thank you.